Hi. To continue discussions related to leadership styles, today in this video, we're going to focus on one of the styles, which is called the bureaucratic leadership style. The bureaucratic leader follows the rules. This style of leadership might listen and consider the input of employees, unlike the autocratic leadership, which we have discussed in previous videos. But the leader tends to reject an employee's input if it conflicts with the school, company policy, or past practices. If we are going to take an example about that, we all know as educators that we like to take part in the decision-making process. And we feel that we are well established in specific areas. And what we have is good enough to make a strong impact in our schools. Yet, we might be seeing things from our own angle. But the leader has so many different inputs, which it has to be taken into consideration. So let's say there is a decision to be taken about implementing a project-based learning program at the school, which requires a lot of planning at the curriculum level, the teaching and learning, resourcing, whether be it staff or physical resources, digital resources, timetabling, all of those things. The staff members might have amazing plans in terms of the implementation, collecting the artifacts to show the effectiveness and impact, yet they might not have all the different other related points, specifically when it comes to the budgeting, to the availability of resources or availability of the needed venues, and the feasibility of the implementation, taking into consideration the context and the culture. So the staff members might propose, but the leader will look into that project, try to connect to the other things that they do not have, okay? Examine all the different aspects related to it, and then take the sound decision. Sometimes the staff feel, oh, why did he ask us if he didn't do what we have advised? It's not like he didn't do, and it's not like why he took your opinion and he didn't work accordingly. It's about taking all the different factors into consideration to ensure that there is stability in the work environment. To have a successful improvement journey characterized by stability, specifically stability related to the improvement without having ups and downs, all the decisions must be sound and must take into consideration all factors. Otherwise, there might be cash flow issues. There might be some departments that is burned out just to accommodate for the suggestions given by other departments. So looking again at this type of leadership, it is very important that the leader, once he finalizes his decision, will sit with the team, try to explain as much as possible why he took this final decision, and for the team members to have trust in their leader that yes, sometimes the leader has to take decisions and he cannot disclose the other factors which have had an impact on the decision-making process. So if we're looking at this leadership and trying to identify the suitability with the companies, a Bureaucratic leader can run a large school, old school, traditional school, small school. They might look into non-traditional aspects or transformation of specific practices that are existing in the business model and the procedures associated with it. Their resistance might be because the school is successful with current processes, and the staff do not want to waste the time and the resources and take this kind of challenge or risk of trying things that are new. And for that reason, we talk about piloting the new ideas, taking those ideas and trying them out in specific areas in the school before we say, yes, this is a school-wide change that will happen. This way, the staff will see the impact in a small section of the school. Plus, if tweaks are there, it will be done, and then the change can be carried on. What are the potential challenges for leaders with a Bureaucratic leadership style? The employees under the leadership style must, as we said before, trust, but they might not feel as controlled as they would under autocratic leadership. There is sometimes a lack of freedom in how much people are able to do in their roles. This approach of leadership can quickly shut down innovation. It may not be a right fit for schools or companies that are chasing ambitious goals and quick growth, because taking into consideration people's feedback, then going back to try to convince them about the change, this requires some time, and it is time consuming.